Everybody, welcome back to Minecraft. I'm actually recording this after our little adventure into the jungle, so sorry about that. Yeah. Big thing. Next week, I will not be introducing episode 49 of Minecraft. Instead, you'll be getting the start of a brand new series that I personally like. They're nice short episodes, only about 40 to 50 minutes long, maybe a little bit more or less. But I am now recording and posting 7 Days to Die. Day 1 is next week on Tuesday. We're going to be doing this for a while. Or from now on, actually. I like that idea from now on, but who knows. Where it's going to be Minecraft 7 Days to Die on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is going to be The Walking Dead's starting in May. And the funny thing is, after we get that done, then we're going to go into Dead Island and Skyrim, which I've been recording already. And on Thursdays, you still have your Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed will be every Thursday, just so we can get it done. We're only into Brotherhood, and for the year anniversary, we got up to the third game, so holly freaking Luya. I know that means that we're only going to be able to get through maybe 2 to 1 game a year because of how long they really are. So, as normal, once a month is going to be the first Minecraft episode of the month will be, of course, just a fishing jamboree, so don't worry. And depending on what I'm doing, it might not even be that. It might just be us goofing around. So, anywho, here we go. I got a few questions. I'm actually on my computer right now while I'm looking at them, and I got some really, really stupid questions this month. Okay. First question. Some of these I just got because they were hilarious. Here it is in Manithra and Menedra. 19 minutes ago from when I got this. Technically speaking, are we as old as our fathers? His description, because we were sperm in our father's balls since he was born. Medically speaking, you, sir, should not reproduce. Secondly, actually we are not as old as our fathers. Sperm actually are made and are destroyed or die just like normal people, and sperm actually gets used up, especially in adolescence. You know exactly why. People don't just have sperm in their body forever. And besides, we aren't as old as our fathers because they have to reach the maturity for the testicles to drop and start producing sperm. So that's 14 to 16 years of age when puberty sets in. So you're not as old as your father. Plus, unless you have that kind of a family where you had a kid where they had you at the age of 17 or 16, your mother, then your father would still only be 16 years older than you because that's when he started producing sperm and you were the first batch. So don't go around saying I'm as old as my father technically. Legally, I'm 24, but really I'm 40 years old. Wahaha. Fear my elderly knowledge, young one. No, don't do that. You'll get kicked. Alright, okay, here's the next one. Alright, here we go. And this one I actually, this kind of ticks me off. And there's one underneath it that I just thought was hilarious. You'll see why, because it's the next question, hopefully, and I'm praying to God it is. And this is from Thurwin, whatever. I can't pronounce that. 1 hour ago. Why is homosexuality not considered an illness, but pedophilia is considered an illness? Personally, I can't answer that full fact, but here's what I believe. I believe that we see homosexuality as not a mental illness or any kind of sickness because homosexuality has been around for ever. I mean, best way to go, look at the Greeks. The Greeks used to screw each other all the time, not just for the sake of screwing each other or for sexual needs. They screwed each other for agreements. If you read the Odyssey, whenever they struck a deal, they would screw, they would have sex. And it wasn't a I love you, let's bang all the time. No, it was more just, okay, this is telling the gods we have made this deal. While pedophilia is a mental sickness. The mental sickness means that you have reverted back to where children are more of a sexual object. It's a very nasty disease. And I say disease because homosexuality, some people outgrow it. And I hate to say it like this, some people outgrow it. Some people think, okay, I'm gonna be gay. I'm gonna be homosexual. They try it and go, oh no, I don't like that. Pedophilia, they believe that what they're doing is fine. It's okay. In some points, they are so deluded, the pedophile actually says they actually want this. The kids want this. They want me. That's the reason why they say it's an illness. Because pedophilia also can be cured. Homosexuality is not a sickness where it can be cured. Homosexuality is what you believe in. Meaning, say, Richard is gay. Okay, Richard is gay, and he's been gay for 20 years. Say, Roger is a pedophile. Been a pedophile for 20 years. If, say, the gay guy wants to go and have sex, he can go have sex. Wears a condom and you're done. Because it's both two consensual people. Wow, it's a pedophile. This is a minor, a child. They can't make the decision for themselves. So, here's the sad thing. That person gets locked up because he attacked a child. Years in prison, psych wards. They figure out what's wrong. Usually a traumatic experience in childhood. They fix that problem or help him get through that problem, and it cures the pedophilia. They realize, oh shit, this is wrong. So it's not the same thing saying homosexuality and pedophilia is an illness, because it's pretty much like heterosexuality. Men screwing women, women screwing men. There's no difference really with homosexuality. It's just you prefer, if you're a man, you prefer men. If you're a woman, you prefer women. It's just, you're a little different. This is another way. Look at whites and blacks and Asians. We're pretty much the same. We're all Homo sapiens. Yeah, some people are white, some people are black, some people are Asian, some people are Hindu, some people are this, some people are that. I mean, it's not a disease to have black skin. It's not a disease to have white skin. Yet, no one really cares. Homosexuality is a completely natural thing. Some people are just wired differently than others. There's no other way around it. Okay. Now, next question. Please be the one I want. It's not. Okay. Here's the next one that I have. Is hiking alone not a good idea? And I know I cut this off a little bit. It's other and outdoor and recreation. I'm not even going to read it. It just says that the guy likes to keep moving. He's planning a field trip to Indiana Dunes. And he wants to go fishing and hiking. Big rule, when you hike, never hike alone. If you can help it. Reason being is if you fall or get hurt or get attacked by an animal or anything like that, it's good to have backup. As in, it's good to see, oh, this person can help me. I fell, I broke my leg. Or I stepped off the path and twisted my ankle and I can't walk on it. Or, oh shit, a coyote bit me. I need to get to the hospital. Or a snake bit me. I need to get to the hospital. Having a secondary person there, or a third, or however many, they can help you. They can help you with your obstacles. Say you, and I've actually seen this happen. Say you're walking down a trail next to a ledge, part of the ground lets go. Say an earthquake or something happens, you fall down, say, a 10-foot cliff. Hit a rock. For some reason, your leg won't support your weight anymore. You don't know if it's broken, sprained, what's the problem. And you're alone. No one to help you get back up on the trail and help carry you back to your car to get to the hospital. That's when real fear sets in. Because if you don't get home or to the hospital in time and you did break your leg, you'll get sick. The bone marrow will leach into your blood and you'll easily get sick. Or if you get up to the trail by some miracle and you walk on it, you're going to be damaging the leg even worse. Or if it's nighttime by the time you get up there, animals are going to be coming around. Seeing some injured thing walking around, wolves, coyotes, bears, they'll pick you off. They'll pick you off right off the trail, and they'll find your corpse or your body or whatever is left behind maybe a month later, maybe a little less, who knows. Never hike alone. Because also with company, not only will you be safer, you also have someone to rely on. Say, oh, you fell down the cliff and you can't get up, no way to get you up, no rope. You have someone that can easily call or run back and get a ranger to come get you. It's always good to have somebody, even if you have a phone or a radio phone or a satellite phone, any kind of phone. It's good to have someone there with you. That way they can help you get out. Never hike alone. I've seen too many people get hurt doing stupid shit like that. Alright, how much time I got? Oh, it's only 12 minutes. I still got half an hour. Over half an hour. Great. Oh, and this is something I can actually talk about for a while now. Okay. If we had the atomic bomb before December 7th, 1941, would Japan have attacked Pearl Harbor? I only apologize that we didn't have the A-bomb sooner. Since we did, Japan would not have attacked us, or if they did, we would have used them a lot sooner and end the war a lot sooner. No, we would not have. See, Japan during this time of World War II, they wanted to start branching out. They wanted to become the Pacific Empire. So, and here's the funny thing, they found out years later that Pearl Harbor was a complete accident. And there was a second attack that they wanted to do, but they didn't get to a fueling port in time, and they never made it over to the mainland again, or to Hawaii to attack. See, December 7th, yes, Pearl Harbor was a very terrible thing. We lost not only many ships, many people were killed as well. If we had the A-bomb at that time, yes, they would be hesitant to attack, but Japan were thinking they were king shit. That they could do anything they wanted and screw whoever attacked and screw whoever got in their way. The A-bomb was the end. It was the period for World War II. America wanted to flex its muscles not after defeating Germany and all the other Axis. They wanted to flex their muscles and say, hey, we're America, fuck you, and drop 2 bombs. Hell, we even bluffed back then in the United States. The president at that time, I think it was Truman, he threatened Japan saying, we will drop a bomb every month, every week, I don't remember. And they're like, oh shit, and they surrendered. Without knowing, the United States only had the 2 bombs, the Fat Man and the Little Boy, which were coded after FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Little Boy, and Winston Churchill, Fat Man. But if we had the bomb back then and we used it earlier, that wouldn't have said anything. That wouldn't have been the period. Yes, it would have been devastating, but look what happened in Germany from our bombings. They rebuilt, and now look what we did for Japan. We rebuilt them. They are now one of the biggest... Yeah, they are one of the biggest things in the world right now in infrastructure. They have millions of people visiting that country every day. We have them coming over here for business. We rebuilt them as a country, and yet we never were smart enough to say this. Hey, now we rebuilt you. How about you send some money back our way? Because now we're hurt. We're the ones that are in need of help now. Send that money back that we used to rebuild you so we can all prosper. Of course, they're not going to. So, if we had the A-bomb back then, they would have just thought we were cruel, and more countries would have added on to the fire and tried to fight us, thinking we were the bigger bully on the playground than Japan and Germany. So, and besides, it would not have ended any war, because Japan just hopped into the war after Germany started all up with Hitler and all them. So technically, we would have had to use the bomb on Germany, then Japan. My guess, we would have ended the war maybe a year sooner, but just like bombs nowadays, if you say bomb... Yeah, if you bombed Hiroshima again, the bomb would be like 10 times larger, so you would destroy the entire country, or most of the country from sea to sea, shore to shore. And then the nuclear wind that would come off of it, the nuclear radiation would come up, and the winds of the world would blow them in all the directions, and then we would have the radiation affect us. When you drop a bomb, it's not just, oh, this is gonna hurt them, No, it's... Best idea. Go outside, right now, light a match, and set a piece of paper on fire. Put it on the table, and watch what happens with that smoke. You're only burning that paper. You're only hurting that one object. But notice that smoke, when it goes up, it will blow around, just like on the Earth. So no, it would not have prevented Pearl Harbor. It would not have ended the war faster. It would not have prevented the war at all. Because the bombs were a secret. They were completely secret until they were used. There were little rumors, but none were concrete. So, next question that's actually right underneath it, and I just saw this, and I think it's actually kind of cool. Can you get a chance to deploy with other units into space, the United States Marine Corps? Actually, space is more air, so it will be more Air Force. Air Force officials actually have to go under a lot of training to be astronauts. And even then, not all of them make it. I think it was for every 50 trained astronauts, there are only 3 that actually become astronauts. And after that, you get all these other things that happen. But I like this idea that we could deploy other units in space, like the Marine Corps, the Army. I don't see the Navy going up there. I kind of don't. It could happen. It could happen. I just personally don't see it. Because I see the Navy being on Earth in the water with the ships in the water, not ships in the sky. Because that's more propulsion and flying. I can see the USMC up there. Because they're the leathernecks, they're the badasses, they got the SEALs. Oh no, that's Navy. Oh, never mind. Maybe even Navy can get up there. They use the SEALs, but the Marine Corps, they're the best of the best. They're badass. They get trained. They are built up mentally after they were destroyed. So, maybe one day, if we decide to go to Mars, or if we do encounter extraterrestrial life, and we need to go up there, say, to fight them if they're trying to take over. Perfect. I see no real reason why we shouldn't, but the main unit that would be going up there would be Air Force. Because I think they're a little bit lesser trained than the USMC, the Marines, just by a hair. So they're both pretty badass, but Marines are up there. So, yeah. Okay, and I don't see anything. Oh, here's one that's kind of funny. Is America's immigration system blind to race? I am from Canada. It is illegal for our immigration ministry to see the ethnicity or race potential applicants. Does the same thing hold for the United States? Ask Trump with his no Muslim ban. With his Muslim bans, and he wants to block Syrians from coming over here. He wants to block so and so and so. We used to be, even way back when, we were very, very picky on with who came in with Ellis Island. Who got to come into the country, who got to stay. Ellis Island was a hell for immigrants trying to come into this country, and we have not gotten any better. We make people pay, I think, $500 to come in, then they have to renounce everything to become a United States citizen. You have to give up so much to be part of this country. And yet, they get nothing. They pretty much see nothing from it at all, except bigotry from all these people. Oh, you're black. Oh, you're Muslim. Oh, you're Afghanian. To me, it's really, really sad. My great-grandfather, I believe my great-grandfather or my great-great-grandfather, he was a descendant from Irishmen, from Scottish men. No one's heritage, except for Native Americans, is pure 100% American. No one's. We came from Europe. We integrated over here. We stole the Native Americans' lands. Yes, we stole them. We killed them. We raped them. We pillaged. We took their land, and then we were like, okay, here, have your land back. We feel bad. And now they're richer than us. They don't have to pay the same taxes as us. They're rich. They make dollars every second of every day, and when they lose $1 million, they're like, "Oh, cool! We just made that back by the time we were talking here." Have fun. It's very sad. That's the best thing I can say. It's very sad. And with our president now so worried about race with the Muslims, ISIS, and all that, it doesn't get better. If you're afraid and you have his views like racist, he said a third world country was a crap hole, was a shithole. And then you're hearing, oh, these people are shooting each other, they're blowing each other up, they're using gas on each other. He's scared. And he doesn't know how to handle it. He's going about it all wrong, but most of the Trump supporters are like, oh no, he's doing a great job. Tell it to the people he killed with those missiles. Look at the kids he could have killed in those missiles. And during his, coming into office during the election, people's like, hey, what about kids? And he goes, oh, if they're not here, I don't care. And now, think of the children. He is the biggest son of a bitch I've ever met. Well, ever heard of. Sorry. And it's just... Alright, next question. Okay. Oh, here's something. Will working nights get you excused from jury duty? Yesterday in the mail, I got a summons for jury duty in the month of June. I'll be 20 by June. I work nights. I work 4 10-hour shifts, and most weeks I pick up another 8-hour shift if it's available. About 3/4 of the time it is. My shift is either 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. or 8 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. and I sleep until somewhere between 3 to 5. On the back of the summons, there is a form to fill out if you can't serve, but I've heard of people getting into trouble for trying to get out of jury duty. I'm frivolous excuses. I remember 1 year or so ago on the news, a woman who was asked if there were any reasons she couldn't contempt of court. Oh, and I guess any reason she couldn't. Couldn't be fair and impartial. Said, "Yeah, I don't like black people," and the judge excused her from the trial, but gave her like 200 hours community service for contempt in court. I get paid time for jury duty, but only for the time I'm at jury duty and for the hours to get to and from work from jury duty. Since I don't even work during normal business hours, what would even apply to me? I need help and advice. I have until May 14th to return the form. You have no reason to get excused. You got no reason. Say the trial is from 8 to 8, 12 hours straight. You're there for 8 to 8. If work says, okay, you're working 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Nope, can't do it. They pay you that whole time. And business hours is always completely different depending on where you go. The stupid reason that woman got contempt was because she said, I don't like black people. She was in contempt because she made a racial slur, technically. I don't like black people. In this cookie cutter society, that hurts people's feelings, but she could have said, I do not like African Americans. I am racist. I am impartial. She could have tried to say it better, not, I don't like black people. It's stupid. You're fine. If work's paying you, and it says, okay, be here 9 to 10, 11 to 3, you go. If your work has a problem with it, technically they can't fire you because jury duty protects your job for you. So don't even worry about it. You're completely fine. And it says, and you say right here that you can work and like they pay you, your work pays you to go to jury duty and to travel for jury duty. Dude, you got it good. Say, yeah, I can go, but I need to know the hours. Figure out the hours, show them to your boss, explain what's going on, go to jury duty, and you're done. Okay? That's it. Alright, next question. Okay. Oh, thank God. I was hoping for this one, and you guys might have seen it earlier. Can I join United States Marines with erectile dysfunction? For the kids at home who do not know what erectile dysfunction is, erectile dysfunction means you can't get a boner. Your stiffy is quitty. You get a softy, not a hardy. The man's stick is only at half-mast. For United States Marines, yes, this could pose a problem if it was circulatory. Other than that, you're not fucking Marines. They're not walking out there on the battlefield, whipping them out, like, killing people like they're bayonets. Like, I got 40 with my dick. How about you, Johnson? I can't get one. It's only flesh. It's just a stupid question. And here's the worst part. It's labeled under preschool. I'm trying so hard not to laugh and cry. Because that is so stupid. Completely and utterly stupid. I, I'm dying of stupidity. Okay. Okay. Gain your composure. Okay. Next one. Psychology. What are those people called that can tell you what your dead live ones are saying? I guess dead loved ones. Well, that's actually a controversy. No one really knows what you should really call them because they don't know if you should call them mediums, or if you should just call them psychics. No one really knows. All I know is that mediums can actually talk to the dead. If you ever seen the movie Ghost, yeah, I'm gonna throw this can of worms out there. That's a medium. She talks. Whoopi Goldberg talked to the dead. To the spirits that came down who wanted to tell Aunt Gretchen, the diamonds are in the safe. Oh, old Yeller was buried out behind the yard with a sack full of dog biscuits. Like something stupid. That's a medium. And mediums are all over the world. Psychics, on the other hand, no one really knows if they can be classified as a medium, what they are, what they do, because they can do a little bit of everything. They can sense the future, they can sense the past, they can sense the loved ones, they can tell you what they're thinking, what they're saying, what you're saying, what you're thinking, all this stuff. There's a bunch of different things psychics and mediums can do, and no one really knows the full scope of their power, like what they can do. It's just really, really sad when you have to think about this, because they hear the dead. They're dead. The dead. How many other folks do you think are like there and they can't see, like touch them and never hold them again? I mean, like, I see Supernatural at the show, and I see a bunch of parents who were like, "Oh, I wish little Johnny was here. He died of pneumonia, but way back when." And you're a medium, you can see him, and he's just like, "I want to hug my mommy one last time," and you can't do it. You can't help the kid, because, yeah. Also, I just remembered something. Psychics can actually see ghosts in the house. They can actually fight against them. So, yeah. Okay. Is there anything else around here I can talk about? Okay. Oh, yesterday I found an iPad 1 under my bed. Is this worth anything? If so, how much? Next, an iPad 1. Depending on the condition, you can get $100. Depending on where you go and who you sell it to. Because if it's like in the box, like just out of the box, put it back in the box and sell it to some nerd or even better yet, ask Apple if they want to buy it back. Because if they don't have one, they can buy it from you for an archive or a museum purpose, and you'll get a good chunk of change. Because I don't know if it was Gates who did it or who it was, but some company a while back, they made several different models. Like, I'm just going to use this as a reference, don't mark me with it. Like, they made the Xbox and the 360, now the One, then the One S, then the One X. They see all these, and even the 360 went from slim to fat. PlayStation itself went from PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, fat to PlayStation 2 thin. The thins fucking sucked. No fan. I like the fat version. Also, then you had the PS3, Slim, the original, and then the Slim. Then you had the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Slim. Now the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 4 Pro. Some of these people the owners sometimes give away rare or just they give away some of the stuff. Like I think Bill Gates gave original Xboxes away when when they released Halo 2 or Halo 1. They were special green. They were made for the developers. And if you find one, they're worth a lot of money. So it's not hard to see that an iPad 1 first generation would be worth something to Apple, because they could either go, I don't remember what the Apple and the iPad 1 had that we could integrate into the new iPads or to the new iPods or the new iPhones or something like that. It could be helpful, but we don't have anything to tear apart, because the one in our museum or the one in our archives, it's already been torn apart, parts are missing, or we lost something. You could get some good money. Or put it on eBay. Say, Generation 1, hardly used, has a charger cord. I have an original Kindle right now that I've put up. I've been getting offers for $100, $200. I'm not selling it. It's going to be worth more in a little while. That's another thing. Hang on to it. Might be worth something. Alright. Now, what else do we got? Okay. No, we're at the end of the questions that I have downloaded anyway, so I can go get more. Oh, it actually reminds me. I have them right here in my hand. I'm not going to be posting the questions at the end of this because some of these are actually handwritten. For the people in Fairwater, at the post office here, across the street from One More Bar, always have a little time for One More Bar, Fairwater, Wisconsin. I actually posted on the bulletin board, ask me anything. I will answer all questions. And I got a few questions actually. One question was, what is the most popular topping on pizza? That actually is cheese. Everyone wants cheese on pizza. You can't make pizza without it. And my friend and coworker Dave put sausage, pepperoni mainly, and pineapple. Pineapple is actually a relative thing. Some people don't like pineapple on pizza, but I will say this: grilled pineapple on a burger, fatty happy. Second question. This was back during a big snowstorm that actually hit us. When will it be 73 degrees? And I put, okay, I'm saying late April, early May, but you know what? Just because I'm weird, June 23rd. So far, we haven't reached 70, but we're in the low 60s. So we're kind of getting warmer up here. Where's another one? Can't say that one. Sorry, buddy. I know exactly your handwriting. Oh, man. Where are they? Here's one I just got. Oh, got it. I'm having a brain fart because I'm actually trying to remember this one. It's on the post office bulletin board right now. Oh, here's one from last week. How many jobs do I have? That my buddy Dave asked me this as a spoof question, but actually, if I really want to narrow it down, I have 4. I have my factory job, which I work Monday to Friday, 3 to 11. I have my gas station job, which varies from 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 at night. That's only on the weekends. I have this is YouTube job, which is me just making videos for you guys. It's an excellent hobby. And lastly, being a son and a house sitter. Now we're into May and the summer and spring, my parents like going to this campsite that's near the house, and they go there on every weekend, so while they're away, I take care of the house. I clean up the house, I take out the trash, I clean the cat boxes, I look after the dog, I mow the yard, I pick up dog crap. If they need something done outside, like say, perfect example, last year we had some branches fall out of our tree, some big old branches. I took care of them. I picked them up, took them out to a dump we have just outside of town, came back, and it was done. I take care of the house, and they actually reduced my rent here at home. Yes, I live at home with my folks, but I pay for my room. So technically, because they would have said that they would have done this for a college kid, I am an adult. The only difference is they allow me to hang out in their house, watch their TV, and eat their food. I'm allowed to go out there and eat their food that they have out there. If they say, oh, you can have this if you want, I can. But say if I want something special, like my lunch meat, my cheese, my bread for work, I gotta buy it myself. They don't buy my groceries. I buy my own groceries, my own medical, like my own personal grooming shit, like my Axe, pit stick, and my own deodorant. I buy all that. And a lot of people like to make fun of me because I still live at home with mom and dad. But here's the funny thing. I live at home with my parents. I have my car. I got insurance. I can go anywhere I want. I can come home whenever I want. I have keys to the house. As long as I don't make a big noise to wake everybody up. They don't care. I'm 22 years old. They could not care less. There's only 3 rules. 1, no fucking in the house. I can't bring anyone over. Alright. I got a car. We can go to her house. 2, no one over. Fuck it. We can go hang out at their place. If they want to come, we can hang out outside. You don't have to come in my house. Unless you had to use the bathroom, then go to the bathroom. But that's it. Because my parents have a lot of valuables. They don't want people in the house that they don't know. Same thing as if you lived in an apartment. No one after a certain time. Okay. And you had to sign out on a rent agreement. And lastly, pick up after yourself. Clean up the house if you gotta. Like, if it's dirty, just pick up. Not hard, I do it anyway. If I make a mess, I clean it up. See some of the dishes aren't done, I do up a few. I don't have to do them all. I can just do what I need to. Easy, solid living. And a lot of kids nowadays think, oh, when I turn 20, I'm going to have my own house, my own apartment. Some kids, yeah, you're lucky enough you got that. But other people like me? Oh, no. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that inept ability just to go and have a lot of fun. Some of us have to work. Bills pile up. A lot of people I know have moved back with their folks. One of my good friends, I'm not going to say his name because he watches my channel. He actually lives with his folks because he's going back to college. He went back to college. So, he's saving money with his folks. Not bad, not good. He likes being able to save money, but he doesn't like having to live at home. He would rather live by himself. I had a buddy who had to move back in with his parents because he fell on hard times. He got a divorce. He separated, and he wasn't financially able to support himself in an apartment, so he had to move home. Now he's able. He's looking for a new place right now. A lot of people like to make fun of me because, oh, you live at home with mommy and daddy. Yes, and I'll gladly live at home with my folks. I care about them. I want to make sure they're safe. I want to make sure they're happy. My dad, he's 60, gonna be 61 in September. My mom's 56. They're getting on in years. It's time someone took care of them. I take care of their animals. I take care of their house. Let them go out and have a little fun without me. Not gonna hurt me whatsoever. Dad wants to come home and have a couple beers. We can have a beer. I work. I don't see him most of the week. It's how it is if I would have moved out. I just like knowing that when I come home, they're here. If I hear, oh, mom's sick, I can take time off work. I can get her better, go back to work. Because my work's right up the street. That's another reason why I like living at home. Mom and dad live right down the street from the factory, and we live right next door to the gas station. It's very easy to go and work, get everything done. So, who cares? I live at home. Nothing wrong with it. I'm paying my bills little by little because I had a little health incident, so I have a excuse me. I have a $3,000 health bill. It's already going down slowly but surely. I'm doing good. Now, because I'm now on a tirade about everything, because I know a lot of people make fun of me about this, and a lot of people would make fun of anyone who does YouTube, lives at home with mom and dad, and they hear he's a fat guy. One thing, I'm not in the basement. I'm on the first floor. I'm the first line of defense in this house. Second thing, my parents, they live above me. I am on the level of kitchen. I am on the level of bathroom. They are upstairs for sleeping alone. They come downstairs and they hang out with me. I'm the one that takes care of their house. If mom is hungry, I cook for her. If dad is hungry, I cook for him. I am basically the gamekeeper here at home. I help out with everything. It's actually not a bad gig. So the answer to the question, yes, I have 4 jobs. And I went on a complete stupid tirade about my life. Here's one. If you got stuck in a room with 3 people, 1 bottle of Jack Daniels and a bottle of Coke, which are bottomless, who would you sit in this room and drink with for the rest of your days? I would say one would be my dad. Yep, my dad and my mom. They both don't like Jack Daniels, but it'll be fun to drink with them, learn some stories, have a good laugh. Second person, because I'm not counting my mom and my dad, I'm counting them as a couple, as one person. Second person would have to be Gabriel Iglesias. Dude's a funny motherfucker. I would love to hear some of his stories that he can't say on stage, or the ones that he hasn't said yet. Because there has to be something he hasn't talked about, or something he wants to talk about but legally can't. It'd be a lot of fun to hear it. And I think the third person would have to be my sister. Most of my immediate family would be in this room with me. Because me and my sister, we do fight, but the funny thing, she knows I got her back. If you have a brother or sister, you know what I mean. Especially as you get older and are in your 20s or 15 and 14. You may fight, you may bicker, you may go, oh, you're just a little brat. Well, you too, you stupid bitch. And that kind of stuff. Just like with your best friends. But at the end of the day, and I can say this happened with me, with my sister. If she sees someone's bullying you, it doesn't matter if you pulled her hair that morning. If you put a kick me sign on her back. She comes over and she will beat that motherfucker down. And say, you do not hit my sister. You do not hit my brother. That's my job. I'm a little brother. I've been protected 2% of my life. Bully comes up to me, and he's bigger than my sister. I got my ass whipped while she hid in the corner. Littler person than her, oh, she whipped their ass. But if I was getting verbally picked on, she just walked ahead of me and let me take it. It's made me a stronger person. But of course, well, I can't say I actually let people do whatever they want to her then. I actually have a story which I'm going to tell you. There was this guy, Tweak. He got the nickname Tweak because he had a twitch, a really bad twitch. And people didn't like him because he was a real big pervert, like a really bad one. And one day after school, end of my sister's, don't remember if it was her sophomore or junior year, he came out, it's like, hey Selena, I want to break off a piece of that ass. My sister turned him down, and as she walked away, he slapped her on the ass. She came home, told my mom, she cried about it. And this was at the end of the school year, remember, so school was let out, and every year at the end of the school year, there was June Dairy Days, which is a giant festival or carnival thing that we have had in Markesan and have every year, where you go out and hang out. Drink some beer, eat some cheese, watch the trike pull, the parade, and the carnival over on the fair, off in the Hind Park where you could ride rides, play games, hang out with your friends. It was, and it is, a really fun experience, but they were setting up, and this guy, like I said, Tweak, he was there hitting on all the girls who were manning their games while they were getting set up, so people didn't come up and start messing with stuff, stealing stuff from the front. I walk up and I start asking him, did you slap my sister on the ass? Did you say this? Did you say that? And he's like, with a smile, it's like, oh yeah, that was me. What you gonna do about it? He pushed me, put my right fist right in his mouth. All I heard was I beat the living crap out of this kid. And I was just some little 12-year-old in elementary school. He was a high schooler. I whooped him like a wet dog. And the girls in the game were rooting me on like, go, little dude, go, you could do it, yeah. He gets up, gets on his bike that he had laying on the corner, feeling his mouth like, dude, you knocked my tooth loose. Told him if he did what he did to my sister again, he would have to worry about the loss of a tooth. He rode off. Girls asked me why I beat him down. Told them the same story that I'm telling you, that about what he did. Go home, tell her that she never has to worry about him again, and doing all that stuff, and she should expect an apology sometime. 3 days later, he came to the house. My dad wanted to beat the shit out of him, and he's like, I'm here to apologize. So, little brothers and little sisters, big brothers, little big sisters, we're all like, it's okay if you make fun of me, it's okay if you bully me, but the moment you pick on my little sister or my little brother, you're dead. And the little brothers and sisters, well, the big brothers and sisters, they see it, and it's the same thing. Everyone in a family got each other's back. You got a problem with it? Take it up with someone who cares. So, I'm actually going to end this episode right here because we're at 53 minutes. I got about 4 minutes, but I'm actually just going to say screw it. I'm going to kill this episode right here. So, you're not going to see me get back to the house. Pretty much I just fish and go back to the house like normal. So, thank you for watching. If you liked it, leave a like down below. Subscribe today. Hit that little notification bell if you want to hear about if I post anything. Don't be afraid to comment down below. Next time on Minecraft, I'm actually putting in people. It's a little surprise. One is going to be Stephen Hawking. Great scientist. He was a big influence for me, like thinking that anything can be thought out with science. And if you also want to see anything different, like Saints Row, you want to see Infamous, no, that's on PlayStation. I mean, like, anything on 360. That includes San Andreas, everyone. That includes San Andreas. I have San Andreas. You want to see San Andreas before anything else? I'll play it. We can have a shit ton of fun with games from the 360 and the Xbox compatible games I can get. I got the Xbox One, so we can even get them on the Xbox One from the from the original Xbox, and the 360, so we can easily stay on that. Right now, because I'm not that big of a channel, we're only going to be on the Xbox family. So, thank you for watching, and remember, have fun playing in the dark. I will hopefully see you guys in the next one. Night.
AudioMicro.com